This week, I'll be using my Henna Gloss Bar to help cover up some of my grays and following up with week 6 moisturizing hair tea because y'all, anytime you do strength, you definitely need moisture. So let's get into it. So with my Henna Gloss Bar, you always want to start in a double boiler method. And actually, y'all, I'm going to be using the henna from last week's hair tea that I had left over first. Put that right from the freezer, drop it into the container, and then reach for my Henna Gloss Bar. And let's add that in as well. Now I'm going to go in with a 1/4 cup of aloe vera, and I'm actually only going to use a little bit because the hair tea from last week was still pretty watery. So let's go ahead and mix and melt that down. You want to stir periodically to make sure the mixture gets covered and it is slowly heating up. While I do have the heat on high, y'all, the henna in the bowl will continue to gently melt, and you can turn the heat down to a slow simmer once you notice that the bar is starting to melt. You want to continue stirring for about 10 to 15 minutes until the mixture has completely dissolved and you get this beautiful, smooth, and creamy mixture. Okay, y'all, so let's go into the bathroom and get ready for this particular wash day. And let me tell y'all, okay, my hair is a mess, and these grays, oh, do y'all see them? Do you see them? Okay, these grays have been graying and I'm so overdue. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get into it. Let me go ahead and shampoo my hair and get ready for it. Remember, henna is best done after you have shampooed your hair because it means your cuticles are lifted and ready to receive the henna, okay? Now, last week we talked about the importance of using strengthening products on our hair because it can actually help us to retain moisture better. The strengthening herbs or strengthening treatments actually help to coat the hair strand, helping to fill in cracks and prevent moisture loss. But again, one of the powerful benefits in particular of henna is that it releases its loss on dye, which can tint your hair a reddish color. Now, if you guys are not a fan of the reddish color that henna leaves, you can also then apply cassia either to the mixture or as a 2-step process to receive that jet black hair. Now, I will say sometimes when you have those really, really stubborn grays, it can be a little bit resilient, but trust me, give it some time, you guys, and try it with multiple treatments. Henna and cassia will give you that jet black and blue black hair. There are other ways to increase some of the dyeing properties of henna. You can add a pinch of sugar to the mixture. Also want to make sure that any of your grays are fully saturated. Y'all know I'm actually using quite a bit. I'm very, very heavy-handed when I apply the henna to my hair because, y'all, I want to make sure everything gets covered. And if you need a little bit more, feel free to add any additional henna to this mixture. Now, y'all see that little hang time in the back of my hair? Yes, I'm giving you a little bit of inches here. Now, y'all, when I got to the front, I realized I didn't have as much henna left over. So I actually went and created another small batch. I literally just added about 2 tablespoons of my Nuper henna to the mixture, added some aloe vera, stirred it so that I can fully coat my strands. Now, I did this section off camera, but I knew I needed enough for the front because that is where my grays are heaviest and most present. Now, you want to cover your hair and leave this on for a minimum of 2 to 3 hours. Y'all, I'm going to be excessive because I want to make sure the henna is covering everything, and I'm going to give it to about 5 to 6 hours. Okay, so while that is nice and marinating, we got our plastic bag. We also got our scarf on. I went to do the YouTube live for you guys. Y'all can check out that video if you missed it this past Sunday. We talked about the challenge and any of your herb related questions. But you guys, let's also get into making the moisturizing tea for week 6 of our herbal tea challenge. Can y'all believe we are already starting week 6? Now, this is going to focus on Slippery Elm and Flaxseed gel. I'm going to do a mixture of both. We're going to start with 2 cups of water and a 1/4 cup of our Slippery Elm. Now you're going to let that go ahead and boil first for about 15 to 20 minutes, you guys, because it takes a little bit longer to extract all the nutrients from Slippery Elm. So go ahead and set that on the stove until you notice the texture is starting to get a little bit thicker. If you need a little bit longer, please go ahead and boil for another 10 minutes. Now, after that time, I'm going to go in with the flax seeds, okay? I'm also going to use a 1/4 cup of flax seeds, and then I'm going to add about another cup of distilled water to the mixture. Now, I go ahead and set the steam on low heat and let this come to a simmer. Now look at those wonderful strings of mucilage, y'all, already starting to form. I actually want the water just to be a tad bit thicker. So even though it's a really good texture right now, I decided to leave it on for 5 more minutes, y'all. And wow, you're about to see what's about to happen. Y'all, I touched the container right into the water and look how sticky that mixture is. That's like thick mucilage. Okay, so let's go ahead and set that off to the side because now is the optimal time to remove it from heat and let it cool down some. Now, y'all, the trick for me is to let it cool down at least 15 minutes, y'all, so you don't burn yourself while you strain this mixture. I know some people like to do it right away, but y'all, I'm not finna to burn myself. I've been there, done that. This works for me. Yes, it might be a little bit harder to strain, but I'm okay with that. I'm able to get it out within like 5 minutes of straining. I'm easily using my cheesecloth for this. It's very easy. Just keep on squeezing it until you get what you want. All right, now that I finished making the Slippery Elm gel, I set it to the side and about 5 hours passed and I was ready to rinse out my henna. And let me tell you, my hair felt amazing. Y'all see the curl definition, the hydration, my hair feels stronger. And most importantly, y'all, my grays are definitely covered. But of course, I'm actually gonna first go in and deep condition my hair because anytime you do any type of strengthening treatment, you definitely wanna get that moisture back into your hair. So I'm gonna apply my oat and aloe deep conditioner all around first and then go in section by section, fully detangling my hair and making sure each strand is heavily coated by my deep conditioner. All right, so after rinsing that out, it's time to move on to our moisturizing process. Okay, you guys, so for this process, I'm going to go in using the LCG method. So basically, I'm going to be using my leave-in conditioner as the liquid, as the leave-in part of this mixture, spraying it down from root to tip, making sure my hair gets nice and hydrated. Next, I will be following up with my hibiscus encheve styler, y'all. It's nice, creamy, very light, and great for setting your hair. And I'm going to again put that in from root to tip, making sure to focus on my ends especially. And then lastly, but not least, I'm going to go in with that flaxseed and slippery elm gel that we made, y'all. This is super sticky with a ton of hold. So I'm really excited to use that. So let's go ahead and put that on as the G or the sealant for our mixture for today. Now I'm going to go in again section by section with my hair. And in the previous moisturizing video and on week 4, we talked a lot about Slippery Elm and its wonderful properties for moisturizing the hair because it produces that gelatinous mixture. It also is rich in amino acids. It's also good for increased circulation around the scalp and the hair follicle. But let's talk a little bit about flax seeds. Now, I'm sure you guys have heard about flax seeds. This is nothing new. Flax seeds are amazing because they contain omega-3 fatty acids, in particular your alpha linoleic acids. And this is also really great for those who have inflammation on the scalp and on the skin. It is also rich in B vitamins. We know B vitamins are essential for having healthy nails, hair, and skin. It's also rich in vitamin C, which is a really powerful antioxidant. Now, I'm sure you've heard of these benefits, but y'all, I'm here to tell you about one more. And that is, y'all, I have been using flaxseed gel to help out and reduce my eczema. And when I was doing a little bit more research on flax seeds for use of eczema, it says that the alpha linoleic acid, or your omega-6, actually help to retain skin moisture and suppleness of the skin, and it provides a wonderful conditioner for those who suffer from eczema. So I have been putting it on my inner arm and on my armpit, which has recently had a really bad eczema outbreak. I used it in week 4 and noticed powerful results, and again, we'll be using it this current week. So if you are also suffering from any type of skin ailments, feel free to add this particular gel mixture to your hair all the way from the root to the tip. So you can also get these benefits on your scalp as well as your skin. All right, you guys, so I'm going to finish detangling my hair, setting it into these cute little ponytail style and twisting it up and pinning it in the back. And y'all, this will be the final style I'll be wearing for this week. And you guys, stay tuned for next week as we start week 7 of our Herbal Tea Challenge while we focus on hair growth. But that's it for this week. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Yeah. If you let your guard down, baby. this world.